What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. 5:50 in the morning here on Wednesday, hump day. It's actually Friday, the 27th. Yeah, or 26th. Sorry, Wednesday the 26th of November, 2025. I'm gonna make one little tweak on the 2-zone U.S. boiler Alta. It's going off to the customer's location today. We're gonna mount it on the wall. And here's my dilemma. The occupants of the home are moving in on Monday, which I believe is December 2nd. And it's gotta be done before then. And the guys are off tomorrow and Friday, and of course Saturday and Sunday. I got my pipe vise, I have my oiler, I have my threader. I already have 5 lengths of 1-inch black pipe on site. I'm not using the Mega Press for gas. But today, we're gonna mount this on the wall, and before Monday morning, this boiler's gonna be installed. How's it gonna happen? How do you think it's gonna fucking happen? Time to make the coffee, and I have a special announcement that I need to make and make you all aware of on what I'm going to be doing here at Pipe Doctor at 1010 Central Avenue tomorrow morning, Thanksgiving morning, from the hours of 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. So stick around. I gotta go have the coffee. All right, folks. Tomorrow morning, which is Thanksgiving morning, between the hours of 7:30 and 8:30, if you are in a tight spot and you got that bill that's got to get paid by Friday, I have $1,000 of cash in my pocket, and I'm going to be giving that $1,000 away to whoever shows up at 1010 Central Avenue tomorrow morning between 7:30 and 8:30. Listen, I got things to do tomorrow, but I also need to be thankful for everything that I have. I did this last year. It was a great success. I'm doing it again this year. $1,000 I'm giving away to whoever comes tomorrow between 7:30 and 8:30 who is genuinely in need of assistance. So, up to $1,000, I'm gonna be giving it away tomorrow, right here, 1010 Central Avenue in Woodmere. It's between Irving and Franklin. Well, Irving, Franklin, and I will be here at 7:30 to 8:30. So if you do need financial assistance, you got that bill that's gotta get paid tomorrow, come on down, and I'll even give you a coffee. Let's get today's episode started. So I woke up this morning with like a hoarse. My voice is hoarse. So I don't know what happened. My voice is hoarse. Now, I still gotta get everything going on today. There's a lot to do. I gotta bring this stuff to the customer's location. We gotta get it into the basement. It'll fit because we have a door outside the home in the driveway that puts us right into the almost a 5.5 foot high crawl space with a finished floor. And if I was a vertically challenged person, also known as a midget, I'd probably be all right. But it's got to get done, and we're in a pickle. We're gonna get it done. Yeah. All right, folks. I made a slight adjustment to the prefabrication of this Alta. I'm lucky I just did this now, because I would have been so stressed in the field. Everything is pre-wired except the low voltage going to the thermostat, and of course the low water cutoff. You guys all know we put those in for show. Just saying. The BX, or this MC cable that many of you like to call it, I prefer calling it BX. I know there's a difference between BX and MC. I wired a nice long enough pigtail to connect my power, which is going right to the switch. The switch controls the outlet and the Alta. I prefer it that way. We good, bro. I got the split ring hangers on my gas expansion tank. X-Troll number 15 is going to hang from right there. There's our drip leg for our relief, 30 PSI relief valve. The drip leg for this is going to be installed on site. I do need to insulate though. Damn, I forgot I need to insulate. Yeah, I gotta insulate this. Damn it! Damn inspectors with their code and other nonsense. Joking. A couple of key things I want to show you right here. See that? On my discharge side of the relief valve, that's a compression adapter. So we have compression 3/4 to male on that relief valve. So if I need to replace this relief valve in the future, I don't need to cut and coupling. You know what I mean? It's another $10, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. I added an automatic air vent to the top, a nice Calefi 1/2 inch. So I got that 3/4 by 1/2 inch bushing right there. This is all brass. There's no black fittings anywhere in the system, right? All of the baseboard is, copper tube type, all copper throughout the house. The house used to be on steam, and I guess maybe 15, 20, 30 years ago, they abandoned it in place and put in a oil-fired boiler. Maybe they even converted the boiler. I have no idea, but it's pretty old boiler. So there's that. Now, you may be wondering, Mikey Pipes, where's the boiler drain, right? What are we missing? We're missing the boiler drain. Actually, we're not, folks. We are not, folks. On my return in the field, we're gonna go to the 3/4 inch press with a couple T's here to size that down to 3/4. This is gonna be our domestic water, right? So I close those valves there. I close these valves there. I close my boiler feed valve, or the valve on the bottom of the Calefi, and I open up this drain right here on the bottom of the webstone. And guess what? The entire boiler will drain. And if I want to pop open the relief valve, I'll even drain even faster. It won't be airbound. I got you, man. Come on. I'm Mikey Pipes. You think this is my first day at the rodeo? Now I want to show you one little neat trick that I do here at Pipe Doctor. I make an installation binder. Here is the binder. It's got a cover sheet. It's got the model and serial number and the date of manufacture, the date of install. Got a sticker that came with the boiler from US Boiler that, hey, this thing needs service annually. Actually, it says that. It says, thank you for purchasing this high-efficiency boiler. As with all gas heating appliances, this boiler requires regular preventative service and maintenance. This will help extend the life of the boiler and fulfill factory warranty requirements. Contact your qualified heating contractor to schedule regular preventative maintenance. So inside here, all the paperwork for the machine. All the paperwork for the machine, and those little pieces of paper, right? The factory manual that comes with these components, like the low water cutoff, the circulator, even the Webstone circulator isolation flanges. I took all that paperwork and I put it in the binder. When a customer is handing you a big fat fucking check and you hand them a binder, there's that added perception of value. You're like, wow, not only is the boiler gorgeous that I just spent a gazillion dollars on, or $1.250, you're handing them a manual. You go to the car dealership, they tell you the manual's in the glove box. Or you hire another company, the manual's on top of the boiler. No, I'm handing you a binder. That is value, folks. That is value. And that is what I stress to my entire team. When you walk into a client's home or place of work, that initial first impression, if you've never seen them before, makes or breaks the entire deal, right? Because within the first 15, 20, 30 seconds, they're sizing you up. And you can make or break the deal. So if you approach the right way, standing a step down from the front door on a 45-degree angle, right? You don't look overpowering, right? You respect their time, but when you pull up to their location, you're ringing that doorbell within the first minute. You have a no heat call. some quick small talk, which is not really small talk, but I like to gather information. I'm an information gatherer. Mr. and Mrs. Jones. Hi, Mike Dyke from Pipe Doctor. I am a master plumber. Here's my card. I roll out the red carpet. I wipe my feet on my carpet. Sometimes even take my shoes off. I'm fucking old. You think I'm putting booties on easily? No. I understand you have no heat. I'm here to help and make that problem go away. Yeah. Hey, Mike, I had a customer yesterday. Mike, Sunday morning. And she went on talking for about, I don't know, a good 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Let's go to the thermostat, Mrs. Jones. I go to the thermostat, I see it's reading 70, and it's reading 70 on the thermostat, and it's around 70. All right, first thing I do, okay, observe what's going on. It's set for 70, reading 70. Let's go down to the boiler and go from there. That is how you run a successful service call. So when I hand you a binder, after you just gave me a boatload of cash, I'm further strengthening that relationship. And that is what I want to stress. I'm very thankful for the mentors that I had in my life while I was learning the trade and learning, didn't know at the time, how to run a business. Because not everyone can be a chief. And this time last year, even though I haven't spoken to him in a very, very long time, an old mentor of mine had passed, and I had no idea up until maybe about 8 months ago. Sad, very, very sad. We didn't really part ways on good terms, but the biggest compliment that he ever gave me, whether it was he knew it or not, was that several years ago, I get a phone call, and believe it or not, his number's still on my phone, almost 20 years later, right? And he leaves me a message, and I have this rule, right? You gotta call me twice if it's really important. He calls me again. He owns multiple properties, and he wanted me available, should an issue arise, to take care of his wall-hung tankless combis at his properties that he has. Even though he has since retired, he gave his business, or he sold off his business to another contractor. The fact that he's calling on me, that was the biggest compliment he ever gave me. So, Al, rest in peace, man. Good soul. I'm gonna show you an aerial view. Damn, that is sexy. You know that's sexy, folks. Come on. I had to take down the Trump sign, by the way. I had to take down the Trump sign because when the heat kicked on at 5:30 in the morning, that flag blew around and set off my motion sensor, and it did it 3 days. So the flag's gone. It's over there now. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I will be live streaming, probably starting around 12 o'clock tomorrow, the Mikey Pipes annual Thanksgiving Day deep fry event. It will be on the main Mikey Pipes Pipe Doctor YouTube channel. I may be able to collaborate with the Uncensored channel, but expect me to log in online around 12 Eastern time. And if you are, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're in a tight spot financially, and you got this bill that's got to get paid tomorrow, today, Friday, and you don't know how you're going to get it done, I got you. My little way of giving back, which I love to do. Happy and healthy Thanksgiving, folks. See you later.